Okay, we are live. Welcome to episode 46 of the Down Under Gaming podcast. Doug, for short, what's going on, everyone? We've got Mega and Max here. How are you, fellas?
What's up? Pretty good, Sticky. Yourself?
Yeah, pretty good, man. I can't complain. Good to be back.
It's good to be back.
It's
How are you,
been
boys?
forever.
Yeah,
Hey.
it has been. It has been. What, 12 months? I heard it was 12 months since we did our last podcast.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it would be.
That's what I
Yeah.
heard. That's what I heard.
Long
So-
time.
I didn't really look into it. I don't even know if it's actually episode 46, to be honest. I just,
You
I
just
took
pulled
it-
a number out of
It
nowhere.
sounds good. Yeah, it sounds
good.
like
Yeah.
we're more experienced than what we are.
Yeah.
We know more than what we actually do. It's good.
We're already off to a bad start. Like, there's two stick figures on the screen. I don't know why, but something's changed there. So, anyway,
Double
just
the
ignore
stick.
that. Yeah, you're getting double sticked. So,
You've said that before. I guarantee.
A few times.
Yeah.
last April, Cyber said. Shout out to chat. We've got Cyber, Chucky, and Sonshu. What's going on, boys? The legends. Good to be,
How are you
back
guys?
to entertain.
The regulars.
The regulars.
legends.
The legends. That's it. Remember the legends.
Got to try to live up to what Siberia wants. He was loving it that we were back.
I know. We've
Now
Yeah,
the
I
pressure's
know.
on to deliver. Got to
why
deliver the
haven't we
goods.
been back? I mean, I think Max had a kid and
Yeah,
I moved
he's
house.
asleep in the other room.
Yeah, little
Hopefully he
Max.
doesn't wake up. Yeah, little Max.
Little Maxi boy.
Named
Yeah.
after the Down Under Gaming podcast.
Yeah. You should have called him Doug. That would have been mad.
Doug. Yeah. D-U-G.
Yeah.
Because Max isn't your real name, is it? So it's not. Like
No, it's not mine, but it's his.
It's so funny.
Yeah. I think Max's is Percy or something, isn't it?
Yeah, that's-
Percy. No, imagine if it was and we're making fun of it.
Harsh.
It's good fun.
All good.
Yeah, well, good. So, anyway, well, that's good. So we're back here, and what have you guys been playing for the last 12 months?
Last 12 months. Yeah,
Not a whole
man.
lot. Anyway, that's enough.
Yeah,
Start
mate.
with you, Mega.
Me, well, Sea of Thieves has been my number one game I've been playing. I suppose everybody who sees my feed or sees my tweets on Twitter, I'm always talking about Sea of Thieves. Been playing a lot with Cyber, and DJ Redcap was sort of our regulars these days. So getting to legendary status, I'm not quite there yet. You'd think I would be after over 12 months, but actually I took about a month off when Apex Legends dropped, and I gave that a good go for about a month. And I'm still on it, but I'm not on it as much. It was just new and fresh, and I loved it.
Something
I think it's
different. Yeah.
Yeah. I just love the mechanics of the game. I was very used to Titanfall and Call of Duty, obviously, and it was just fast paced. And the way you could come back into the game, you could get killed and then get brought back in.
Yeah.
It was excellent.
It was different.
Yeah, it just adds another dimension to that game. And I got a few wins up, which was good. I knocked a few achievements.
Nice.
And then it got kind of weird. The hit detection was weird. I don't know what it was. I tried changing region settings. I changed it to Sydney, but it got a little bit better. But I was putting so many bullets in people. I don't know what happened after that first sort of 6 weeks, but it kind of turned me off for a little while. But I don't know if you guys have experienced that. But
I don't know, but I've heard people complaining that they haven't really supported it that well, and
Well, I did hear. I have heard of a new update. They've updated us today. I haven't read the update, but there's some good things coming or whatever. But hey, look, it's fun. I guess they may need to put a new map in now. It's been 2 or 3 months now, so the map is kind of old. I suppose everyone's a bit used to it. It's a bit samey now, so a new map would be pretty cool.
There's still only one.
Yeah, just the one.
Yeah, so that's going to be getting old.
Any new
After
characters?
6 weeks.
Is there a couple of new characters or anything? No.
Yeah, they dropped in 2, I think. No, they dropped in a new character about 3 weeks ago. He's a bit of a robotic, real speedy character, but I haven't really played it in the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks to
new
to
guns
give him
or
a run. Yeah, and
I
you got
haven't
to unlock
played it
him
for a
too.
while.
Yeah, new guns. Yeah, it's a little it's not pay to win, but to unlock the good skins and the new characters, it takes a bit of a grind. So you sort of got to be on it for a long time. To sort of
Are we talking like cosmetic stuff?
Yeah, just cosmetic stuff. There's
okay.
no one weapon
That's the
one
best.
weapon better than the they look cool, and it is kind of like a bit of a badge of honor to try and earn it, but and the characters. The characters are really fun, and the variety of characters is awesome. Each one sort of complements the other really well. So just unlocking them is a bit tedious, but it's fun to play. Just the way that you can get brought back into the game is my favourite aspect of it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
and the
it's
slide
fast.
down the hill is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, the slides. I mean, me and you played a fair bit, didn't we, at the beginning, I think, and that was good fun.
But it seems like they need to be a bit more like Fortnite and add new stuff and change things around and that. 'Cause
more regularly.
People are dropping off. Numbers are dropping off. Yeah.
Yeah. So, big time, yeah.
But,
it has. The streamers have dropped off it a bit.
I don't know, like they... Yeah. And they didn't really advertise it, and they sort of brought it out. And maybe they didn't think it was going to be such a successful game, and now they're like, "Wow, what do we do now? Like, we don't have people in place to support it, you know."
It probably is a little bit of
Fortnite,
that.
How they,
they can't keep up with the demand for new content and change. Yeah, so they're sort of rushing things through. So, but it's good. I love it. I'll keep on playing it. So that and Sea of Thieves, I guess, is the two. Call of Duty as well. I've been playing a little bit of that. It shoots me to tears, but I don't play it as I don't play it as much. But Sea of Thieves is very hard to pull away from. Like I said, I gave Sea of Thieves a bit of a break for about a month while Apex was out, and that was very addictive. But
you're playing that with Cyber and is it DJ?
Yeah, DJ Redcap. Yeah,
he's an Aussie, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Aussie too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a bit of a streamer as well. He has his own little podcast as well. So he's pretty cool. He's a legend. He's very informative on the game actually. So he's helped me out a bit. Cyber's helped me out as well. Nice. Cyber's the legend as well. Both of those are legends. So good guys to play with. Even whether you're just playing in a sloop or brigantine or whatever, it's good fun.
And there's new content coming out for Sea of Thieves, which looks pretty cool. Like there's a single player. Is it single player or is it just more of a story mode?
Yeah, it's more of a story mode. You can go in and play with, obviously, friends. So you can all get like up to 4 people again. And I think from what I'm hearing, there's a few stories there, like these tall tales. So it's like they're going to add like a whole new area, whatever. I'm not in the insider group or whatever. I haven't signed up on it. I kind of wanted to. Then I was like, you know what? I might just wait for the surprise to hit the game. I don't want to sort of be in it and. In the insider, I like to sort of have a bit of a surprise, but I'll jump in it one day. But yeah, there's going to be a whole new section again, like a whole big new island, and then that's where the Tall Tales campaign sort of takes place, from my understanding. So and it looks good. Yeah, it looks. That's my most anticipated part of this new anniversary update.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this because I always said like with Sea of Thieves, I might just give it I might just wait, until it's sort of more what I sort of knew what it was all about. But I knew they'd do something and. I said, I'll be back type thing. But it's getting a lot of good comments on Twitter, and I've seen like the posts that they've put out in the videos they put out on it. It's getting a lot of good feedback off people. Like I thought it'd get a lot of hate. Like normally gets hate. Like PUBG puts something out and there's like just comments of hate and no one plays this game anymore anyway. But
you still see some of that.
A lot of people still play it.
I was really looking down the list. I couldn't see anything, so it definitely does. Yeah, have a lot of people playing it.
Yeah, I think it's a good addition to the game, though, having the quests, like bringing that campaign type of element into it.
Yeah,
I think it was always going to go down that way, though.
Yeah.
Like after the initial year, because what's it been out for about
12 months,
12 months, 13 months, 14 months, something like that. I think it was always going to get down to that. All right, here's some quests. Here's a little bit of a story.
Yeah.
Now go and do it in a new area as well. And I think if they can keep doing that every few months with new updates, because they've been supporting the game every 3 or 4 months with content drops.
Awesome.
So if they can keep that coming out every few months, man, in a couple of years' time, Sea of Thieves is going to have a lot of content.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to have a lot of life in it. So
it's a good-looking game. Like seriously, it looks good.
Beautiful.
Like it's easy on the eyes. In the world they've created and the characters, and it's its own individual.
And the gameplay, and just the whole co-op, but with PvP as well. Now that they're adding a little bit of story content and quests, like a little bit more. You're going out there to actually do something and complete something, not just a fetch quest or something like that. That can bring in a whole bunch of new players as well into this world. So I think they're going down the right path with it.
And that arena thing, that's not out yet, is it?
Yeah, and that.
Yeah, it'll come with the same update, from what I understand. So,
but that's
when's it out?
Crossplay, isn't it?
April 30th, I think it is. Yeah, 30th of April.
That's only a few days away.
Yeah, it's their biggest update ever. So there's going to be 3 pieces of DLC. Obviously, the Tall Tales, the arena, which is basically, I mean, I guess it's like a sailing style battle royale. I guess you've got a certain amount of ships fighting out for loot. So new aspects of the game where you can take your ships can take extra damage, like you can take down the masts and the wheels,
cool.
the capstans and stuff like that. So you've got to repair them as well as not just repair holes. So
you can take out the wheel that steers the ship and everything like that. Yeah,
nice.
That's cool. That's a good addition.
And the masts can fall down. You can't. I mean, the capstan as well. To drop your anchor and raise and stuff gets damaged. So holes as well. I think there's even a. I don't know whether it's in arena, but I know it's coming. But there's going to be some sort of spiral hook where you can hook onto other ships or players or whatever.
You can
like a grapple.
Yeah,
like
grapple hooks. So that might be in the arena part. It could even be in the. It could even be in the normal mode as well. But if Cyber's in the chat, I haven't got the chat open. But if Cyber's there, you'll probably
go look it up, Cyber.
I think he'll probably be able to tell us. But so that's like a battle royale, I guess you could say. But different to other battle royals, obviously. But so there's a lot of loot involved in that, or silver. I think they call it silver in this one. So in the arena.
Yeah.
I haven't played on it, but the downside to that at the moment is they push back the cross-play option. So it's going to be in it. It's going to be in it at the beginning. I don't know how long for, but so I may check it out once, twice. But if I start getting unfairly taken out, I'll just stick to the main mode and the Tall Tales. So, and the other piece of DLC is I think it's called the Hunter's Call, which is to do with fishing. It's another way of earning loot, fishing and stuff like that. So fishing's finally going to be finally in the game. It's something people have wanted, so I guess I've wanted it as well. So, but yeah, it looks interesting. I think I've seen some stuff on it actually. It looks so.
Is that coming out at the same time?
Yeah, same time.
Okay.
So it'd be like new quests. So you go out and fish for different kind of fish.
Yeah,
and stuff. And you can eat it. You can use it as food. You can sell it. Yeah, it's like another way of earning loot. So it'll be. And people want fishing too, so it'll be quite interesting. The sound effects as well of cooking fish is unbelievable. It's like realistic. So they're going to add a little oven up into your ship. And, so you'll be able to take it back and cook it and go and sell it or whatever. I don't know. So I'll give that a go.
I bet you they put in really rare fish as well that you got to go out and hunt down.
Yeah, whale hunting would be cool, but maybe the greens might not like that.
Yeah, whaling.
Yeah,
whaling would be awesome. The harpoon.
Imagine that.
Actually, Cyber said there's the harpoons in the adventure and arena mode.
Oh, the harpoon. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but whaling would be cool.
Yeah. Imagine if you can catch the megalodon. That'd be interesting.
Oh, gee. How many players?
Hook it onto your front of your boat.
Oh, yeah. Imagine that. You drag it in.
Yeah, then you have it like a trophy on the front of your boat.
Yeah, like it opens up some cosmetic or something. Yeah,
Rare should be tuning into this podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Getting lots of good ideas.
Yeah, we're full of ideas.
Yeah, I'll just tag Craig Duncan in the tweet.
Yeah,
right now and
just do it. Yeah, and Joni. Yeah,
get them involved and say, look, some ideas here. Look, it's
Chapman.
That world is untapped, but they could go on with that game and add so much stuff to that game over the next 12, 24 months. It'd be unbelievable. So
with Game Pass, it keeps it alive, doesn't it? So
yeah, and I probably wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't for Game Pass. I wouldn't have got this game because
it needed Game Pass.
Yeah, so I was that type of customer they were probably hoping for. And
I wonder if they'll ever bring in, like, you can create your own, like a building element to the game. You can you have an island. You can create like a house or a residence or something like that. Something similar like that Fallout 4 had.
And you can save it as well,
and you can save it. So every time you log in, it's like your area.
Yeah.
Where you can put your trophies. You can house your loot and things like that. Invite other players to it who can't stuff it up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boys they do a lot. In the chat, they don't think the whaling's a good idea. They're Greenpeace, I reckon. But you know what? It might bring some more Japanese gamers into the franchise.
Well, you never know. Yes,
they love
Never
their
know.
whaling.
Never know.
Oh, how good's that?
Too
Yeah, so
funny. Oh, well, there you go.
they're my games, boys. I guess you could say Black Ops, Sea of Thieves, and Apex.
Nice.
And Black Ops. I heard something today. There's COD. There's a new rumor that it's going to be like Modern Warfare 4. If I can talk.
The new one. The new one.
They reckon it's going to be a lot like Modern Warfare 3. So just a rumor there. I seen in a tweet. Someone tweeted it out. I retweeted it.
Yeah, well, it's Infinity Ward's turn, so and I think the whole COD world want MW4.
They sort of. I don't know who it was, but someone sort of almost confirmed it, but it wasn't confirmed. But
that'll be massive if that comes out.
Yeah,
that'll be huge. And I hope it comes out with a single player as well.
Yeah. Oh, you think they would because those campaigns, those
were always
Warfare campaigns
so good.
were great.
Yeah.
Well, normally you would have heard something by now. Usually around March, April, you've heard of some sort of whatever the new one is, but they've held it off. They talked about the mobile version, so which people were thinking is that the one for this year, but
jeez.
that's the new COD game, but
that's maybe they should hold off because it'll be interesting to see what Battlefield does this year as well. After Battlefield 5, that was a bit of a disappointment. Sold a lot less. Like, where's it headed?
Hopefully a modern. Yeah, they've got to go modern Battlefield for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
I like Battlefield, but like just the World War II, they obviously backed it up.
Well, Stick, you're a big Battlefield fan, and Maggie, you're a huge Call of Duty fan. Yep. Where do you want the series to go in each game?
I liked how Battlefield got rid of how on Battlefield 4 you could just like sit on a health crate and just keep getting revived, like sit there with a machine gun and people could just keep reviving you. I liked how they sort of got rid of that on Battlefield 1 and that sort of thing. But I like what they did with Battlefield 5, but I just want the modern guns and I just want to go back to that modern,
Yeah.
And
just it's like a cycle.
Yeah.
Like you have your 3 or 4 games of a certain era, then people get sick of it. Then you move on to the next 3 or 4 games where they do something different and then people like it, but then it wears thin again, and then you repeat the same process.
I just think modern Battlefield sort of wouldn't wear thin. Like I just think it's like I just reckon they could just keep doing it over and over again.
See, I didn't play a lot of Battlefield multiplayer, but I really enjoyed the Battlefield 3 and 4 single player. And they weren't anything special, but I like that setting much, much more than Battlefield 1 and 5. I like the modern day setting more. It's the same with Call of Duty as well. Like those modern warfare games are fantastic to me.
Yeah.
Great. Even the Black Ops campaigns are really good. Like 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2 were good. Yeah, 1 was I still think Black Ops 1 was the best Black Ops. My overall was Modern Warfare 3. I think that was my favourite of all. So I hope they do
for the campaigns.
Campaign and multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like the campaigns were awesome for the Modern Warfare series. Black Ops 3 kind of died off. It was a little bit of a strange one. Obviously, there's no 4. But I just hope they go down the Modern Warfare 4 path and continue the story on or tie it in with the other Modern Warfare games and give us a modern game again. I don't mind the futuristic stuff. I was a big fan of Infinite Warfare. You guys know that. But Advanced Warfare, I didn't actually mind that. That was the first one that they really went
I didn't mind that either.
Yeah. But then World War II, I didn't mind World War II. It kind of got a bit sniper heavy. And it turned me off a little bit. The divisions were quite a nice addition. The headquarters and stuff. When they released World War II, it was a bit of a disaster amongst the community when they first released it. And then they did a massive overhaul of the division system about halfway through, about 6 months into it, and the game just turned into a much better game. So, but a modern warfare, a modern setting would do me for the next Call of Duty if they went that way and if it's Modern Warfare 4, I think they would have to help revive the series because you go back to. You ask what people's favourite CODs were, and they'll say probably the Modern Warfare series.
Yeah.
So give us the number 4 and see how it goes. Go back to the basic the basic roots of the game as well. Don't give us too much in the game, too much stuff going on in the game, and just give us the basics. Good streaks, good maps, good connections. That's pretty much all I want. So, because you guys would probably be the same.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, they don't have to do. It's not a reskin, but just like I just like the weapons and not Modern Warfare 3. You know, so and the campaign was cool. You know, like to get back to that cool campaign.
Yeah, it was always good.
What do you reckon, Stick? Would you like to see Bad Company come back?
That was Vietnamese one, wasn't it? I didn't play that a lot. I don't know.
I really enjoyed those campaigns.
Yeah,
I didn't hit the multiplayer at all, but the single player I thought was great in those games. It was different than the other Battlefield games, different to Call of Duty as well. That hasn't been out for a number of years now.
Yeah, that was
a couple of those, and that was it.
It's sort of more sort of comical in that too, wasn't it? Like the
because you're in your squad.
Yeah, and they'll always sort of like Gears of War, always hanging shit on each other and stuff, and
bit of banter.
The bit of banter that was back in the last generation as well.
Yeah,
so that's
it was good.
6-7 years ago at least.
I just wonder if the Americans would do that. You know, the Vietnam War, such a political war, and times have changed a bit. You know, I don't know if that would do. You know, a Vietnam game again.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think times everyone's so politically fucking sensitive and shit now. You know.
That's right. How do you get the microtransactions in it? That'd be a thing as well these days.
Yeah, those microtransactions.
Got to have them in it.
Well, everything's just received with hate these days. No one can release a game or talk about a game without a whole bunch of hate to go along with it. It's crazy. Holy shit.
That's what gets the views.
It is,
there has been a bit of that going on. So, Mortal Kombat's been getting hate, but it's too hard or it's too much of a grind to unlock some cosmetic stuff and fatalities and all that sort of stuff. So, but probably fairly so because I've seen some of the footage and it's pretty much impossible to beat some of the characters. Like there's one that sets you on fire with a rocket and your health just goes down in a few seconds.
That's those. Yeah, that's those towers. I think they've got those moderations to the fights, and if they just randomise stuff that happens to you during the fight. Yeah, so if you get hit with certain, like the game just throws stuff into the game. So if you take damage, it it kill you instantly, or it can knock your energy straight down, and you basically it's basically just down to luck. So and you're up against tough fighters as well. So.
But I don't think it's got it doesn't have microtransactions in that game. I don't think you can actually buy things like buy the fatalities and all that sort of stuff. So it's sort of like Forza, like Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsports 7 when everyone said it had microtransactions, but it didn't. You know, you couldn't physically spend real money. You know, so it was all locked behind the grind. But a few people pissed off about that. So.
Every game is pissed off about something.
Yeah, it's the age of outrage, I say.
The age of outrage. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, it's funny. You don't see enough about how a game. Like I don't know. It feels like these days people don't talk about how much fun a certain level is, or how's a new character. Look at his new special moves and. Like a lot of people are posting the fatalities and stuff, but I don't know, you just don't see that now. It's
go on YouTube.
Shit.
Go on YouTube and see how many negative videos there are about Anthem, and compare that to how many good videos there are or positive videos there are about Metro Exodus. When's the last time you heard about Metro Exodus?
Yeah.
It only released 2 months ago,
and it's got more positive.
Well, no, there's more negative Anthem content on YouTube every day. I know because I follow Anthem because I play the game, but there's just so much negative content about that game, and it's definitely got problems. But you hardly hear any positive stuff about Metro Exodus even 2 months after it launched.
Yeah,
like why can't there just be more things about that are positive? Because that game was fantastic.
Yeah, Metro.
Yeah, Metro. I'm talking about.
I've got that.
And but with all the negativity surrounding Anthem and all the content that people make on it, I don't even think a lot of them even play the game.
Yeah, it's
they're just making the content.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's you know, that's what everyone wants, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
For sure.
Who knows?
So commercialized now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. What's trending?
Hate sells, doesn't it? Hate. You talk good about something, no one really wants to know.
Does it suck?
Yeah.
That's what people want to know. Does it suck?
About Anthem. Yeah. And you can tell by the way they do the video, they've hardly touched it. You know what I mean? Like
that's the thing.
Yeah. Like they spent 2 hours or something at the beginning. It's not for me. I'll just I'll do 10 videos on what I think suck on the game.
Even now, we were just discussing Mortal Kombat. I haven't played the game. I'm not buying the game. Go to YouTube, put in Mortal Kombat, and I bet you there'll be a bunch of videos that come up about how it costs $6,000 in microtransactions to unlock everything. That's what the content will be. On YouTube right now.
Yeah, what a load of...
Well, that's it. Yeah.
The dev, Ed Boon, come out and squashed
exactly.
He come out and laughed that off and said,
That's right. And then you go to Metacritic and you'll see that, what is it, 2 out of 10 or 3 out of 10 or whatever it is. That's it.
Well, even Metacritic scores, they weigh, you know, like their scores weigh heavily on the negatives, you know, like, so they'll say all this really good stuff about a game and they'll say, but, you know, because of this, it really lets it down, so I'm only going to give it a 6. You know, like, or 60. It's like, well, hang on. Yeah, it's like the negative weighs heavily on their score, you know, so, yeah.
I guess that's just the way it is.
No, that's it. They've got to put something in there. So, well, unless you follow Max or Aussie Games Express, he's in the chat there too. Follow him like that. It's hard to find YouTubers and that. Like it's, you know, that just give you sort of honest opinions and not trying to make clickbait titles or not titles, but just trying to cater to those people that like the negative stuff. You know, like once you find someone like that, because I know with Fallout, there's a guy that I was watching Fallout videos, and then Fallout 76 came out, and he was like, "Man, I just don't want to make this video. You know, I just don't want to make it." But Fallout 76 it's shit. You know, and it was killing him. It was killing him to make that video. You know?
That's all right to do that. Like if he wants to make that video because he doesn't like the game,
but he didn't want to make it. You know,
yeah, you didn't want to make it, but you made it to get your point across, and that's cool. But if he follows it up with like another 40 about how bad it is still, and he's not even playing the game, that's different. There's a difference between putting out a bad review or a review that, you know, if you're speaking negatively about a game, and then just continually hammering that game every day for like a month. Because that's what people are doing with, like, to go back to Anthem, that's what they're doing. Every day they're just coming out with something negative every time.
But with YouTube, like to make money off YouTube, sorry, Max, to cut you off, didn't I?
No, finish. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, to make money off YouTube, you need to make a lot of videos, because you know if you get 100, you get 100,000 views a video. You know, you do 10, obviously that's 1 million. You know, so and to make, you know, if you get 1 million views, you're not making a lot of money off that. So that's why these guys just keep smashing video after video.
They're usually from the channels that they're doing daily content, and to put out daily content as well is really hard.
Yeah.
Like to come up with things. So
we struggle to come up with things for this show. And
exactly. You're just going to go with what's trending. So you got to come up with something, and that's what they come up with. So
yeah,
that's just the way it is. You just got to go through all the bullshit to really find out how things really are, if you know what I mean. So
there you go. Well, that was a bit of an unexpected topic come up.
Yeah.
We'll be negative.
Went off on a tangent there.
Yeah, we'll be negative about people being negative.
Negative, that's right. That's how we do it.
Well, what about you, Maxie? What have you been playing, mate? We'll get back to what we've been playing.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I've been playing. I restarted The Last of Us on the PS4. To go through that again. That's still such a fantastic game. What else have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of Anthem. I've been playing, so that's pretty good. I got back into it because they dropped some content a couple of days ago with a new stronghold in that game.
Oh yeah,
and that's like the first bit of content that they've put in since the launch. basically. So, it's okay. It's nothing, it's nothing very memorable or anything like that. And the game still has a long way to go to be what people want it to be. I put a shitload of time into the Division 2. That's such a great game. I haven't touched that for the last few days, but that's a really good game. It is so good. They really did a lot with the sequel. They basically just listened to what people wanted, and that's really good of like Ubisoft to do that, because the first Division game had a number of problems with it.
The launch too, The launch was so
with
bad.
The launch and just the content in the end game once you get to that, and
I never made that far.
No, neither did I in the first game. But with the Division 2, they really they made sure once you hit that end game, things change. In the end game, and a lot's added to the game as well, which is really important. And that's the difference between that and Anthem, because Anthem just did not do that at all. Its end game is anemic. It's really, really weak, to put it bluntly. So I've been playing a lot of Anthem, been playing a lot of the Division 2, and today I got into Days Gone as well.
Ooh, so what do you think of that?
I've probably put around 3 or 4 hours into that game at the moment.
What's it like?
It's good. It's a good game. It's not the type of game where you just think, this is amazing, go out and buy it. Or if you don't have a PS4, go out and buy a PS4 to play this game. It's not that type of game. It's a good game. I've got a bit of open world fatigue in the last year or two in terms of these massive worlds, and that's why I didn't pick up Assassin's Creed Odyssey either. Just these massive worlds, where you just got so many things to do, and I've just kind of not gone off those type of games, but I just need a little bit of a break. But at the moment, it seems okay. The story's not too bad. The story's not too bad. The characters are pretty good. The graphics are really nice. Probably better than I thought they would be. I'm playing on the Pro, so it's looking pretty good, and it runs really well. I haven't seen any of the technical glitches or issues that people have had. In that 3 or 4 hours, I haven't seen my character go through the world and textures loading slowly or anything like that. I haven't seen any of that. I've seen a little bit of pop-in, but I mean, I don't really mind that. You see pop-in in a lot of games, so as long as it's not game breaking, and kicks me out of the game or it freezes and I've got to restart, that's all okay. In terms of gameplay, it's not too bad. It's pretty good, with your bike mechanics and
it seems like the bike, the way you ride the bike and everything, it's pretty cool.
It was a little bit difficult at the start for me. The bike was a little bit floaty, so I was just crashing and things like that. But it's not too bad. It's pretty good.
Can you run over fuckers on the bike?
Yeah, you can run over the zombies and things like that. You just run straight into them.
Can you modify your bike or anything? Can you add extra little bits and pieces to it?
You can add skins and everything to it. Yeah. I haven't yet. I think I got one. So because I'm only 3 or 4 hours into the game.
Can't have weapons like blades and shit.
Not that I know of, but you do need to take care of it. So it will get damaged and you won't be able to drive it. So you got to repair it. So you got to you got to find scrap materials from other cars and things like that to keep your bike running, and you got to fill it up with fuel as well. So you got to make sure it's always got petrol in it. You got to maintain it, otherwise if you don't, you'll just be left stranded somewhere, and you got to go and find petrol to put in it so you can basically leave the area.
Walk off somewhere to find stuff. Walk.
Yeah, you got to walk. So then you're going to run into the zombies or other enemies and.
That's sort of those State of Decay is a bit like that.
There's a little bit of a survival element to it. I actually like it. It feels like there's a little bit more complexity and RPG-like elements around the game.
Yeah.
But because I'm 3 or 4 hours into it, when I'm 30 hours into it, I don't know if that's I'm going to be sick of it. I'm going to be sick of having to find fuel to fill up the bike. You know what I mean?
It might get repetitive,
It might get a little bit too much, too repetitive. So I think that might happen. But at the moment, I'm still liking it.
Like not low scores, but
it's not a bad game like at all. Like it's a good game, and they've done. Like, I want to see more of the story, and I want to see a bit more of the character development as time goes on to really see if that's what I'm after in this game. For me personally, I want to see like a good story and good character development, because beautiful open worlds, I've seen dozens of those.
Yeah.
So
I want something different. Yeah.
I need something else in the game to keep it going for me.
Is it single player or is it co-op?
It's single player. No, it's just purely single player. And the world, like I've seen other reviewers and opinions about the world saying it's dead. Like it's pretty empty as well. And it is. Okay. It is kind of empty. It's it's the Oregon countryside. It is empty. There isn't a whole lot going on, but like I said, I'm only 3 or 4 hours into it, but I don't mind that. I think it's all right. It fits in with the game. It fits in with the game world. Instead of, like a Ubisoft game, like Assassin's Creed, you open up the map and there's like 1,000 icons on it. Yeah. And you're thinking, where am I going? I've got so many things to do.
Where am I going to go first? Yeah.
Where am I going to go first? Whereas it's not really like that. It's kind of, you've got that fog of war on the map where you've got to, you got to visit these places to, to see show it. Yeah, and there's not a whole bunch. There's not dozens and dozens or hundreds of icons on the map either. So I don't mind that. But then again, I'm looking for more story character type of game with it. So I've got to keep playing to see if that actually happens. But it isn't a game you'd go out, like rush out and buy it. It's not the next like huge, Sony exclusive. That's amazing. It's not that.
Isn't it been in development for like 7 years, that game? Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Six or 7 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was touted as one of the games of the generation.
It's not.
But from the I mean, not that I really focus on scores and stuff, Metacritic and all that, because like I said, my best game of the generation scored a 69. Yeah. So, but would you think it's 69? Around? Yeah. That's Sea of Thieves, Yeah. But would you give it higher than a 72? Like, would you give it around an 8?
I don't rate games with a score, Mega. You know that. I don't rate games with a score. But if I did,
you just say they're good, bad,
or say
excellent.
It would be traveling like around a 7 or a 7.5 out of 10. Like,
that's where it's hovering around, I think.
Yeah, if the story gives me what I need, then it would bump up.
There you go.
If it gets repetitive and it doesn't give me that, it would drop down. So, but it's a good game. I'm enjoying the game. To put it simply, like I'm enjoying. Yeah. I'm not like I'm glad I bought the game. I'm enjoying the game, and that's it.
Well, that's all that counts, really. Enjoyment, fun factor. So that's me.
Like even 69 or 72, like.
I
mean, I don't even know if those scores are even that bad. Like to me, a bad score is like 4 or 5.
Yes.
Like
a 4 or 5, like a 3, 4 or 5 out of 10. This game has serious issues.
Yeah.
Probably technical issues.
Don't buy it.
Yeah, or it's like a single player game that goes for 2 hours. Like these are like serious issues where the graphics are bad or something like that as well. 6 and 7s. 6 and 7s out of 10 are like, look at the details. Don't look at the score. Same with Sea of Thieves. Look at the details of what the game offers, and you might love it because it's giving you what you want. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, you look at a game like God of War, and I thought God of War was amazing, but it's not perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you're after some open world, like, or deep RPG or something like that, God of War's not that. So it's not going to be amazing for someone that wants that type of game. It's all subjective. They're all opinions. All the reviews are opinions. Like, even my reviews, they're all opinions. They're just my opinion. They're not facts.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Well, if Sea of Thieves got rescored now, I would probably give it a mid, fun factor. I'd give it a good 9.5 out of 10. But an overall score, I'd give it. It looks fantastic. I think it's one of the best games I've seen.
Oh, it's a beautiful game.
It's a beautiful looking game.
I wish they might do that. I wish they redid.
I mean, it's such a different game from launch. I mean,
let's open our own webpage, right? And it's called Metacritic a year on. Yeah, we'll open our own Metacritic, call it something different, obviously, but it's all we review games. People get the chance to re-review a game 12 months after launch.
Well, with those type of games, you kind of do.
Yeah.
Because they're completely different games later on. But a lot of, especially the big YouTubers, they won't do that. They've moved on to other games.
Yeah, well, it's not popular anymore. So
they just talk about the latest.
It's not getting the clicks.
Yes, it's the latest. It's not getting the clicks. Look at No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is a completely different game now than what it was 3 years ago. It's ridiculously different. Yeah, it's just they're completely different games. And Sea of Thieves now won't be the Sea of Thieves in a year.
No,
it'll be completely different again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I reckon if it got rescored now, it'd easily get a good 8.5. I reckon.
Sea of Thieves.
It's got a lot more in it now.
Yeah. I mean, it was a bit bare bones at the beginning, and look, I think that they've dropped in stuff along the way. It perfectly timed it, because at the beginning you don't want too much going on, because you got to get used to the surroundings and the boat and how things work and move. And you don't want too much going. Imagine if they had the Megalodon in the Meg in straight away, and the skeleton ships, and if they had all the stuff that's in there now, that could ruin you quick. I mean, you could be in the game for 5 minutes and bang, you're sunk. That'd be enough to turn most people off. But imagine if that was in at the very all this stuff. There was just too much confusion going on. That would turn people off just as much as what people were saying. There was not as much content in the game. I think it was perfect. Yeah, I think it's just been perfectly.
Well, they always said that's what they were going to do too. They went like hiding from the fact we're going to add more stuff to this game, and it's not, they didn't say it's not finished, but they said
they've been very open as well. They continually do those updates,
which are all free, by the way. They're all free.
Back on Sea of Thieves.
I'm talking about the video updates they do, like on a weekly or monthly basis, where they say what's happening in the game. Yeah. Like, that's great. Every game needs that. Yeah. Those type of games, they need that to tell the community this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Cyber says in the chat there, you go to Forsaken Shores now, and how hard that section of the map is. Like, it's just incredibly hard, like especially solo. Right? You go in there solo, it's frustrating and it's hard, but it's challenging, and I love going in there by myself, but you play with somebody else a little bit easier. But imagine if that was in there at the beginning. It would have turned people off the game. They would have gone over that way. They would have gone over there thinking, volcanoes.
I'll just go over there.
But it's
heard people saying that some parts are super hard. Yeah, it
is rock solid hard over there.
But that's what you need.
Do a basic voyage, like looking for a chest. Like, you go over there and try and do it. It is really, and it's good. It's actually a big welcoming part of the game. Like out in the other parts, they're all challenges as well. But you go to Forsaken Shores, man. If you can survive that, if you can go over there and do a couple of hours over there without sinking your boat 5 times, you're doing well. So, I just think if there was too much content at the beginning, it would have turned people off probably or probably more than what people were saying about lack of content. I just think it was perfectly timed the way they did it. Well, for me, it was anyway. For me, it was.
Yeah, it's definitely good. It
started off slow, and it was good. Like, you got used to what you had to do, sailing, moving around the map, finding out. Working out where to go on the map, where the islands were, how to use the maps, how to dig, how to sail, especially the sailing part of it is some of the most awesome part of that game. Sailing out in the sea and moving your boat around and catching the wind. And Cyber will tell you all about it for hours as well, but it's just such a good game to actually just sit there and play.
Just relaxing, but still challenging. And
still challenging. So you could, and playing it solo too. Playing solo and playing with friends is totally different. They're just as fun as each other, but you feel different when you're playing solo. You're playing solo, it's harder. You're always on the lookout. With friends, you're a bit more relaxed, having fun. You don't mind having a bit of a dig against other players, but it's just a totally different feel to the game. Like if I'm with Cyber or DJ, I'm a bit more relaxed out there because I've got someone else there with me. But I go in solo for a while, and it's like you make one mistake, you're in trouble. The Meg turns up, you're in trouble. The skeleton ship turns up, you're in trouble. You just got to know the tactics of the game to get out of them. So it's all been perfectly timed, I reckon. It's so good, and it looks fantastic. Sounds fantastic.
I'm actually sick of that game getting thrown around on list wars. As one of the games that that was a fail for Xbox. Like, it sort of shits me off because I don't play it, but I can see why people like it, and and I just think, fuck, like, maybe Crackdown, you could say, that was they really they really sort of pushed the multiplayer, and they probably should never have done that. They probably should have always just pushed the campaign. and put all their time into the campaign and fuck the multiplayer. Like some people say, I like the multiplayer, but seriously, I played it. It's shocking. I tried to find a match the other night, and I couldn't. Yeah, so
wouldn't be. The thing with Sea of Thieves though, when it launched, was that it didn't really, apart from its maybe lack of content, it didn't really have problems like connection issues or
it was a massive
or people were glitching through the world or anything like that. Like it launched in a fairly good state for what it was. Like a lot of people thought it lacked content. Well, content can be added, but there wasn't these huge technical problems associated with the game, which other games do have.
Especially with the ocean, because I'm pretty sure the waves, like everyone sees the same wave, and like the ocean racks, like everyone.
And how good do they look?
Yeah. The ocean's actually like a live map.
Yeah,
like it's
it
which
always
is
changes.
pretty crazy, and but everyone can see the same. Like if you see a wave on your screen, I see hitting the boat, I see the exact same thing. Which is pretty crazy. That's what I don't know if that's true or not, but so for that game to launch with no technical, like not a lot of technical issues. I remember, man, when that launched, and didn't the servers go down for a few hours, and like people were just like totally hopping into that, like on social media, possibly. And it was like, it was like, oh my god, the game just launched and it's already down. It's like, well, no shit. And the guy had to get on, Craig Duncan had to get on the internet and sort of say, look, it's a big thing. Everyone's playing it once. It's on Game Pass, so everyone's just downloaded it and playing it.
And Sea of Thieves as well. Like Mega said, it's a great looking game.
Yeah.
Like it really is a beautiful game to look at, even now.
The art style on that, it's good.
Yeah. But when you compare it to, say, something like Crackdown 3 or State of Decay 2, it's on a different level to those in terms of the way the game looks. Like, Crackdown 3 isn't anything really special, in my opinion. Like, it looks good and it runs well.
It's AA game. Like, it's not AAA and it should have been $40.
No, it's not AAA, and they shouldn't have, it shouldn't have been in... Like, it was Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3. They were the big games coming out for Microsoft. Last year they were meant to come out. Crackdown 3 didn't, but it was meant to come out last year. But it was only really Sea of Thieves in terms of how it looked. It looked like a AAA game.
It was an original idea.
It took advantage of the...
It took advantage of the heart, especially on the X. It looks freaking amazing on the X. Like, just the water alone is that, in the sunsets.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great looking game.
Well, I see Twitter accounts of just Sea of Thieves pictures and photography, like people posting up awesome pictures.
Even now.
Still going there.
Yeah.
And
because it just looks that good.
They follow you too, and you go, I didn't know about those. I'll check out the pictures. And they're just all in-game pictures. Like, there's no photo mode. There's no free cam where you can go back into the game and have a look at different angles. It's all basically you on the ship.
And apply filters and it's just a screenshot.
There's none of that. Yeah, it's just straight screenshot. It just looks... And when they added the shroud, the fog and stuff.
Yeah.
It adds such a nice... Like, the atmosphere of the game was fantastic anyway, but you get in the shroud... Yeah. And the music and the atmosphere and the moans and the groans and it's very eerie and
it
you
changes.
Can't really see. Yeah, you can't see what's going on, and you just see shadows and in the mist and your ship and the rocks, and all of a sudden there's an island in front of you and you got to try and get out of the way. It's the whole thing, and it's just fantastic. And you can fight krakens in it. You can fight the megalodon, the skeleton ships. Like, it makes it
Meg is about to log off. Siberia's going to leave the chat. They're going to hook up online. They're going to get on.
Yeah, Simon, man. Guys, I've got to go. I've got to. The missus is calling, and then you see me logging. Me and Cyber.
The ship's calling.
Screaming. The ship's calling. Yeah, that bell's ringing. That ship's
the sound is awesome, but too, like that's thing. And they nailed that. Sound, because that's part of the addictiveness of it. Because you miss that whole thing, and
with the atmosphere.
Yeah, I'll be back there. I sort of one thing that frustrates me is the first person view. Like I feel like I struggle. Like I'm looking up at the sails. I'm trying to see what's coming up ahead, and I'm like, fuck. I just want a third person view, but I mean, I don't need it. But I just
you must play Gears of War a lot.
I just want to see what's going on around me a bit more. But I suppose that's the whole game, the difficulty of it. You have to sort of. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just wish that was one thing. I wish I'd probably still be playing it more if it had that.
I'll just tag Craig Duncan again. Hang on a second.
He won't change it. I think there's a reason behind why they've got first person only. Because otherwise it'd be too easy. Like but not too easy, but it would change the difficulty of it or the play style and.
That's it. The play style.
You could see if someone's creeping up, like if you're repairing the ship, you could see if someone's coming up next to you, about to stab you, and shooting a bit side of the head and stuff. So,
well, you'll have to jump in with a stick. Me, Cyber, and DJ, but we'll get a galleon going, and we can do these tall tales with us. Just come along with us, and you'll be fine.
Rank me up. You got to rank up in that game, don't you?
Yeah. I'm getting pretty close to legendary status now, but. Yeah, you'll rank up fairly quickly at the beginning anyway. So I don't know what rank you are. You're probably low, but it'll be fun, man.
Yeah, cool.
It'll be fun. Have a bit of a laugh anyway. Most of the time we're laughing and giggling anyway. So.
Well, that's it. I mean, like you could play anything basically, and with a bunch of mates, and it'd be fun. Like you could be playing fucking. Playing nothing, just sitting there having beers. You sit there in the chat and have a good time, in the party chat without playing a game. How often does that happen?
Yeah, we'll have a fish. Yeah,
we'll have a fish and we'll do a mixer. We'll do a mixer show one day, and we'll get Cyber in and we'll fish.
We could
just be sitting on a rowboat fishing.
Xbox and chill. We'll do the Xbox and chill.
Xbox and fish. Yeah,
Xbox and fish. Yeah,
fish and chill.
Too funny. So what else have we got here? We didn't have a lot of topics. Like we got I've got the top 10. The top 10 we used to do.
Is that Australian?
Yeah, so this is Xbox top 10 April 15th to 21st.
Where's Grand Theft Auto 5? It's got to be on the list.
It'll be in there.
Always is.
It's on there. So
I'm probably the only person in the world who hasn't got that game.
God!
You don't have GTA 5.
Well, I had it on the 360, but I traded it in, so I haven't bought it for the.
So you've already had it. Yeah.
I suppose it counts me. Yeah. I should buy it again though. I think that's what a lot of people did. They went from the 360 and PS3 into the new consoles, and it doubled the amount of sales for it. And it's still getting.
I rebought it.
Yeah,
it's there, man. It's there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, tell us this.
It's fucking there. It's there on Xbox, not on PlayStation.
Oh,
so, but they got Fallout 76 on PlayStation, so that tells you something.
And not on Xbox.
Nah. So top 10. Now, I think this is digital and physical now on this website we get this from. It doesn't say, but they do digital as well on there.
And we're talking Australia, aren't we?
This is Australia only, So number 1, World War Z.
Great game.
Yeah, it makes sense. Good new game, fairly cheap. I haven't played it yet. I've been watching a lot of videos and people playing it and stuff. It looks awesome. Obviously, need to play it with friends. And you've played it, haven't you, Max?
Yeah,
we
actually,
talked about that earlier.
We're just talking about the games that we played, and I didn't mention World War Z.
Yeah,
I've been playing. Yeah, I played a lot of that. It's a great game, especially for its cheaper price. If it was a full price game, I probably would have been a bit harder on it, but it's almost half price.
Oh yeah.
So, I can't believe all those things on the screen don't cause any performance issues. Like,
No.
Like I was playing Alien Isolation the other day, and it was stuttering and shit when the alien sort of loaded in, and it's amazing, isn't it?
Well, it's a good looking game, World War Z. It's a good looking game, especially from a smaller developer, but it misses some of the, like the really impressive graphical elements that some games have. Like it's missing that. But
they've sacrificed that for
but you really need that performance, because when the swarms of zombies get a lot, like when you got dozens or hundreds of them, you really need that performance to you really need that performance to stay up, and it does, especially on the X. But it still really looks good. It's still a really good looking game. So it doesn't look shit or anything like that. So. Especially for half price.
Well, you've done a pretty good review on that, actually, on your channel, so check that out.
Definitely.
A few people said that was a good review. I think you mentioned the explosions, wasn't that good?
Yeah, I still didn't think so.
You need to nail explosions these days. Like, that's unbelievable.
They're just weak.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't feel like you're blowing up a whole bunch of zombies. And the sound was a little bit weak as well in those circumstances. But overall...
It's a good thing about Division 2, the explosions.
But when it's half price and it's from a more indie developer, you forgive those things.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's still a really fun game. Whereas when you get something like the Division 2, it kind of nails a lot of these things, but it's a full price game from a big developer, big publisher. So you want those things and you expect those things. So
let's see. I mean, it did get, it got a bit of a pass being an independent game and being a bit cheaper. Like, I think some of these games, like Crackdown 3, possibly could have been a bit cheaper, but it still would have got caned because it's an exclusive.
Like the story in World War Z is almost nothing. Like, it's very, very basic. There's really nothing. Yeah, and like Crackdown 3 had no story either.
Yeah.
Apart from it had a tiny amount, but there was nothing really there.
Just go to the next boss and
just go to the next box, do the same thing you did before. And World War Z is kind of like that. It's like Left 4 Dead was. Left 4 Dead was like that. World War Z is like that. So they're not trying to deliver this story either. So you can't mark it down too harshly.
Well, World War Z 2 was number 1 on PlayStation as well, so they picked up the number 1 on both there. Next one on Xbox is a bit of a weird one. Overwatch.
Jeez.
Overwatch. Yeah. Number 2 on Xbox, and Spider-Man on PlayStation for number 2. But yeah, Overwatch. Like, fuck, I don't have Overwatch. I never played it. Maybe it was on sale or some shit at Kmart or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it might have had a price drop or something. Unless it was a new update or something.
I didn't like it.
No.
Overwatch is just one of those games. I bought it a couple of years ago because it's been out for 2 or 3 years now, and I bought it. It's just one of those games that just didn't click with me. You know, the whole hero kind of shooter thing. It just didn't click with me at all. So surprising. Yeah. It must have been on sale for it to come back into the chart, though.
I don't know. It's not on PlayStation, only on Xbox. So
maybe it's a part of the autumn sale they've got going.
Ah, yeah. Because this is digital, yeah.
Yeah,
that's probably true because it is a bit of a weird list. That's what I reckon.
Maybe it's really cheap as well.
Digital is maybe the included now.
Yeah.
Number 3 for Xbox is Rainbow Six Siege. So that's number 3. They had some new characters added, like Aussie characters. So maybe that had something to do with it.
Oh yeah.
And Red Dead Redemption 2 on PlayStation. So then number 4 on Xbox is Division 2, which I thought might have been higher, but yeah, I suppose it's been out a few weeks, a month or something now. Division 2.
Great game.
And then Fallout 76 on PlayStation 4. I can't believe that.
Maybe it's on sale. There.
I mean, I defended the fuck out of Fallout 76, but I deleted it off my Xboxes.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, I bought it. I like Fallout, man. I bought it, and
I love Fallout.
So
I did buy 76. I never bought it.
There was problems.
What was the main issue?
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people throwing up videos of.
They tried to go online, man, and just didn't do it right. And
it reminded me.
I think there's rumours going around that they're going to bring the NPCs back into the game.
Yeah, there's no NPCs
for quests and things like that, like classic kind of the way Fallout's always been.
Yeah, which is what. Like I could understand if they were going to do 2 different ways. Like you got Fallout, you got Forza Horizon Motorsport, and you have 2 different directions. You got a Fallout Online, then you got a Fallout, Fallout 5. Try doing it that way, but I don't know.
But then again, they've always had they've had Elder Scrolls Online for a number of years, and that's not only Bethesda; it's with someone else as well. But that's got NPCs.
Still got NPCs, yeah.
Oh yeah, they got a shitload of NPCs.
It was so weird. Like you just pick up notes and you got to read them. Who wants to read a note? It didn't even auto read it for you. Like you have to sit there and read it. And there was some tapes or something you could play, but
it's very basic.
Yeah. So that Fallout 76 on PlayStation, maybe on sale again. I don't know. Or I think that game was on sale the first week it came out. To be honest.
I think you might be right. Yeah,
I think it did actually. Yeah.
Well, people demanded refunds.
Yeah, I know. Well, have you heard rumblings of it coming to Game Pass? I thought that was talked about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That'd be big.
That'd be interesting because Fallout 4,
yeah,
it was on there. Then it disappeared, and then it came.
It's back on there. Yeah,
Yeah, so I wonder if 76 will end up dropping in on there I'll try it if it comes to Game Pass.
Oh yeah,
well, let me know if you do, man, because I'll jump in there again and see what's going on. But I've seen a few videos where I think it was Jez Corden said, "Nah, it's still fucked." You know, he put it on Twitter and he had some footage of the characters like disappearing in front of him, and
that's no good.
Yeah, still got technical issues too. So
it's been out for a while now.
Yeah, it has, and it's a big developer. So
yeah,
it's almost like because you don't hear it getting talked about anymore. Like at least with online games like Sea of Thieves and blah blah whatever, you're hearing a lot of updates and content, and it all gets talked about. But I don't hear too many people talking about, or that even the devs talking about it.
I think they want to. I think they want to.
Just
forget about it.
Yeah.
So tarnish their brand. So I gave it a good crack. I mean, not when I give something a good crack, it's not like 20,000 hours, but I tried.
Yeah,
and all I wanted to do was go play Fallout 4. Which I haven't finished still.
Yeah.
I was like, I could be playing Fallout 4 instead of playing this right now. So.
Yeah.
What do we got? Well, we're up to number 5, when we Assassin's Creed Odyssey on Xbox and Star Wars Battlefront 2 on PlayStation. The casual gamers are coming out with the fucking old school crap. So
I've actually got an update, I think.
Battlefront
2. I think it did.
It's not on the Xbox list at all, but yeah. So it got an update with some new content or something.
Yeah, I think it did.
Number 6 is Red Dead on Xbox. But on this one didn't make the Xbox list at all. Shiriko, Shadows Die Twice. So the Xbox game was a bit scared.
Yeah.
Sekiro, sorry. A bit scared to play the hard game. The pussy's on Xbox.
That's surprising
fellas, you got the Elite controller. You can do it.
Yeah.
So, might wait for an easy mode before I buy that game.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you reckon? Are they going to add that in?
I hope they fucking don't, man. I just can't believe it. Like some games, like to have like a stigma about them, like it being like a really hard game, and I beat that game, and everyone's like, wow. They put an easy mode in it, and you go, I beat that game. Everyone's like, oh,
who cares?
Fuck. Like it's
almost like a badge of honor to beat.
Yeah, it's a badge of honor. And if you can't play, you can't play. Let's just we can't all be getting participation trophies. Like come on.
Yeah. But at the same time, if they made an easy mode, I mean, I wouldn't jump.
I wouldn't care, but
let them do it. If they, if somebody wants an easy mode on it, who cares? Like, if you want the badge of honor, just play it on the hardest level. That's what I say.
It doesn't bother me that it's not if it was there, but it sort of, I don't know. It sort of bothers me that people are begging for it to be there, or bagging the game out that it's not there.
Yeah, there's a lot of snowflakes out there. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry to anyone who wants that easy mode, but anyway, I'm just saying what I think. 7 Far Cry New Dawn on Xbox. That I don't know. Did that get some updates or something? I don't know. I didn't play.
It's probably on sale.
Yeah, maybe the sales are heavily influencing this. And Assassin's Creed Odyssey made it in on PlayStation as well. Another game I haven't played yet, which apparently looks really, really good.
That was on sale. I think it was half price. I was tossing up whether I should get it or not, but it just takes so much time. I'll definitely
get that one day. Like it's one of those games.
One day, because I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. But one day I'll get it. One day.
And Division. Oh, what are we? Number 8, Lego Movie 2 video game. Is that a new game? Lego Movie 2 video game. I think that's a new game.
Don't they release one like every 4.5 weeks now? They seem like they're the same games all the time.
The kids love them too.
Yeah, that's why they keep releasing them.
Yeah. Until the kids play something else, and then they don't play them anymore. I noticed that with my son.
Like Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite just killed every other game. I hate Fortnite, by the way, just for that reason.
We used to play that stick when it first came out.
Yeah, when it came out, we'll wait for PUBG.
Yeah, we were like...
I got no interest in that game.
You were like, check out this new game, Fortnite. I'm going, oh yeah, I'll jump on with you. We nearly won a few games.
I know. It's not a bad game. I just hate the way it's like... Just
enormous.
That's all the kids play, and it's just and it's I don't know.
My little 9-year-old nephew's really good at it. He got 17 kills and won the other day, and I was like really angry at him.
Yeah, I can't believe
get out.
He won a solo. He got 17 kills. I'm like,
Wow.
I'm struggling to get one.
Yeah,
I'm like, how
they're
the hell?
fucking good.
Yeah, they all play it. They all love it.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
my son's got like the t-shirt, the hat, and everything. You know, like he loves it. He walks around, and when I see him walking around with his t-shirt, and I just think people must look at him and go, "Look at that smart ass little kid."
Yeah. Get rid of that shirt. Put a Halo shirt on.
Yeah, Dennis and
Yeah,
over
man
there.
That's how we roll.
Man up. Yeah. Have anything.
Yeah, the Fortnite dances. You know, he stopped doing them,
God.
thank God. But you know, it was good exercise for him, I suppose. But so what else have we got here? Oh shit, I'm reading this. I know. So it's number 9, Battlefield 5 on Xbox and FIFA 19 on PlayStation. And then rounding out number 10 for Xbox, Grand Theft Auto 5. It snuck into the top 10.
Never heard of it. Is that something
where even Rockstar don't know who's buying this game still.
I reckon it's some Russian conspiracy or something. There's like some online fraud going on. I reckon there's some money laundering going on. Like
It must be.
Drug dealers are just like, fudging the figures. Rockstar Games are laundering money for them or something. So, and then Far Cry on Xbox, PlayStation. Sorry,
New Dawn.
Didn't talk about Nintendo because we're not talking about Nintendo. But
I've got 2 Switches in the house.
Oh, have you? Shit, we should turn this into a.
Do ya?
We should.
Yeah, I bought my kids. I got the kids one for Christmas each. Yeah, actually, pretty good little system.
Interesting.
So I know it's going mobile. I know they're going to do mobile, but I'm just hanging on, and I think they're going to do it one day. I want Xbox to make a very similar contraption. They've got to do it. They've got to do a handheld. I will buy it like that. It's got to just look like the Switch. I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I just can't see it happening.
Yeah,
I mean,
they could do that. Yeah,
they could do something with their xCloud technology, and
I think they will. I mean, I think the whole Bluetooth controller in your phone on a little holder kind of thing, it just doesn't resonate with me. If you know what I mean. Like,
I just don't know.
It's all about the controls and the screen size to me.
But I don't even know if xCloud's really going after that. Like, they keep talking about that mobile sort of side of things, and they probably are going for mobile. I'm wondering if xCloud's and even that Google one are actually going after TVs, because if you could stream without a box to a TV, which is where the good internet is, because that's in your home, maybe it's not so much about mobile. Maybe it's more about a virtual console.
Yeah.
You know, where you don't have to buy a console anymore to stream onto your TV. So, but I just, I sort of cringe every time when they talk about xCloud and they got the guy with a mobile controller with the thing stuck on the top.
Yeah,
like,
I think we're still a number of years away from that.
But mobile's massive. Like, mobile is bigger than console.
It is.
Billions of dollars.
These AAA games on consoles, like, I don't know how you're going to stream that over the cloud in like the next 3 to 5 years.
It's going to be
especially when so many people don't have the necessary internet to make that happen, because just the input lag is ridiculous.
Well, it's interesting they use Forza as an example, because Forza's got a lot of assist on it, where you could get away with playing that game on your mobile with the assist on. And
but if you're a
hardcore
Forza fan,
that's right.
Like, you're not going to put up with that.
No, you're not going to have.
You want the to me, the thing with xCloud or even on PlayStation with PS Now with their streaming service, it has to be exactly the same. If it's not exactly the same as if I was running it locally,
you just play it on your Xbox, on your PlayStation.
Then just give me the hardware in my house.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got to be the same. Unless it's the same, it'll always be inferior. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a number of years before that.
I think Game Pass is the key for Xbox. If they do Game Pass on your phone, where you can just download, like, you got your music on your phone, you got your Netflix on your phone, and you could just do like $10 a month for Game Pass and download a couple of games like Prominence Poker. I don't know.
Yeah, that's no problem with that. But if you're streaming the game, like if you're streaming Crackdown 3 to your phone, that's a big thing.
They reckon they can do it, but they reckon they can do it with like 10 or 25 megabytes per second. They reckon that
I think
But
it's bullshit.
how well it's working, like
You got to think. Okay, picture the single player game where you might have a few issues and you might think, okay, that can get away with it. But once you go to the multiplayer side,
multiplayer won't work.
It won't. Like, no one's going to put up with like that.
No.
It's got to be exactly
it
the
pisses
same.
you off enough with your your fast internet at home when you get lag.
It has to be
playing
perfect.
COD. Yeah, imagine COD. It's such a fast game. Like you'd be all over the place.
It just won't happen. It's got to be perfect. And for that to happen, I just think it needs.
But a game like Gears of
number of
War,
years.
where you third person behind the cover, you lean out, you shoot someone. Because I did see an article where someone said that your brain and your mind will actually adjust to latency as well.
Oh, yeah.
After 10 to 15 minutes of playing, like your brain automatically, what's the word, like adjusts or calibrates almost to it.
Just gets used to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Accepts it.
Yeah, and you sort of, you without even thinking about it, you sort of, I don't know if that's true or not. It's probably
the main thing for me would be, and I haven't used PS now, but I've seen other people use it. Is that if I'm playing a single player game, and suddenly the whole image gets pixelated because it doesn't have enough bandwidth for some reason, or there's some other technical issue, that would just annoy the shit out of me. I need it.
I'd put you right off.
It would put me off using the service. I want it to be perfect when I'm playing it. And if that means me going to the shop to buy the hardware to make that happen, just give me the hardware. I couldn't imagine playing Gears of War and then every 10 or 15 minutes, like the image just gets completely pixelated. Because there's a problem with your internet or the connection or something like. I couldn't deal with that.
Well, I mean, I'm on holidays at the moment. I was like remotely logging into work, and I was having issues just doing that, trying to look at my emails. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, but they reckon they're making.
Imagine that with the game.
But there's always with Microsoft. There's always, and any of these companies, like they never tell the full story. You know what I mean? Like maybe they're going after a certain market.
Well, I'll say one thing now. Crackdown 3 Wrecking Zone 3 years ago, or 4 years ago when they showed the alpha, compared to what it was when it released.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Someone's having
Who's
fun
laughing in the background?
Oh, that's my kids. They're not even in the same room.
Yeah.
Did you lock the switch away, did you? Give them the switch.
I don't know what they're doing. They're with their mum anyway, so. Oh, God.
Yeah, so whatever these companies like say they can do, and what it actually means in the real world, like Crackdown 3 multiplayer was nothing like that alpha footage that they showed back in 2015 or whenever it was.
Oh, no.
It was so far away from that.
But they did have a fuck up there with the developer. Didn't they lose the developer? Yeah.
And it is just a demo. Like, it's not like set in stone that it's going to be.
But still, you
that.
can't trust them.
But it was so far away from that. You remember back in the Xbox 360 days when they showed that with the Kinect, that Milo demo, where that woman came on and she was talking to the screen with the kid on the screen?
Okay, yeah, I've never seen it, but
I think I
They were kind of like interacting with each other in like a natural way, and that never came about. And Kinect never became that at all.
They just show like a best case scenario.
It's a best case scenario, but it never eventuates.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh well. Yeah. I don't think the cloud gaming. I think eventually it will get to that where we will be playing the game streaming, but it's not in the time frame that's anywhere near, like in the near future.
Yeah.
I'd probably use it for camp. Like I would never play.
No,
at this stage.
You're not going to play multiplayer.
No, I'd see myself using it for. This is why I want a decent handheld. I'd love to be able to log into my Xbox account on that and finish and just do campaigns, like finish campaigns that I usually don't finish or close to finishing.
Exactly.
Just finish them off and then do all the multiplayer stuff at home. So on the box itself. But if it was a handheld of some sort, I don't want to go on a phone, but if it was a proper handheld, that's what I'd use it for. Mainly just playing campaigns and stuff like that. I could probably do some Sea of Thieves on it, that kind of thing. But this fast twitch sort of games like COD, Battlefield, Halo, Gears,
it's
no
never
way.
going to do that.
The
Even
PS Vita,
20 years.
The PS Vita does that with your PlayStation 4.
Yep.
Like you can stream your PS4 game to your Vita.
Yeah.
Wouldn't there be a bit of latency there?
And play it. It's pretty damn good locally.
Because you can do that with Xbox too, with the laptop.
Yeah, like once it's over the internet, it's different. Like, but if it's in your hand and it's a good experience, then it's great. But then again, at the same time, Sony killed the Vita for some reason.
Yeah,
like that came out in like 2011, and it's been basically dead for the last 4 or 5 years. Like, why did they do that?
Yeah, well, Xbox have got big plans for this xCloud, but like they're talking about it a lot, and they must see some sort of potential there, like with mobile gaming.
There's huge potential in it. Huge potential.
It's not like the guy.
When is it going to happen?
It's not like they're going after the guy that plays Xbox, and then when he's like on the shitter and wants to play his game still, like he just.
Are we talking about you now, Steve?
No, they're not going after me. They're going. I think they're going after those mobile gamers.
Yeah.
Maybe
mobile gaming is huge.
$10 a month. You
it's
pay
massive.
a subscription. You download whatever games are on there, and and
you got to think now. You've got say Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3. These have been the big games they've released on Game Pass. Imagine when it's Gears of War 5, Halo Infinite.
Oh yeah, and then they have like an advertisement. Play on your phone.
They
play now on Xbox
games.
Mobile, with xCloud
Plus all the new ones they've got coming out as well. Like they're huge. Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3, good games. But Halo's on another level. Gears of War is on another level.
Gears of War could be the game of the generation, man. I reckon.
I will buy an Xbox just for Halo. And Gears. Like, I'll buy it just for those 2 games alone. That's how much I want to play those games. Now, they have those for $10 a month in Game Pass.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, that's
crazy. Like,
plus all the games that are still on there.
Yeah, plus all the games that are still on there.
Like Game Pass, we spoke about Game Pass on this show a year ago or whatever it was. And I think Inferno was on the show, and we were talking about how we think Game Pass is going to be a really good thing. And not saying like, I told you so or anything, but like a lot of people back then were saying like, oh, it's, the casual gamer and who wants it. I've already got all those games and all that sort of shit. But it's fucking good. It's a good product, man. Everyone loves it now. And I keep subscribing every month. And there's
how
always
many games do you actually play on Game Pass?
I mean, there's heaps. Like
no, but you yourself that you don't own that you actually play on Game Pass.
I was having a look the other night. I mean, there's starting to become games now, only now that I didn't own, that I haven't bought. Like Horizon 4, I didn't buy that. Monster Hunter World came on the other day. I was going to buy that last year, but I never did. Not
That's ridiculous to have that on Game Pass. That game is massive.
It is massive, but I didn't like it. But I didn't give it much of a chance, to be honest. But yeah. Sorry, Max. But there's games on there. I have to go through them all. But
my wife's
more
playing
and more.
We're Happy Few
there's
now.
more and more. Yeah, We're Happy Few. I didn't buy that,
and she's loving it.
Yeah, I've heard of people loving that game.
Yeah.
But there's more and more games.
It's a good game.
Yeah. There's more and more games going on there all the time. So, so...
Now imagine when Gears 5's on there. Halo Infinite's on there.
I'll probably just...
Huge.
Just keep subscribing, and...
yeah, well, that's right.
Especially
if you're all digital.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a digital gamer who has all your games on a hard drive, then it makes sense.
Yeah. But no, xCloud and Game Pass are hand in hand, I think. Like, that's the strategy. There's a strategy there with those two things. Because mobile gamers won't pay $60 for a fucking game, American. The only way you're going to get to the mobile market is to have some sort of subscription or free-to-play model where you buy the game and it's full of microtransactions and ads and shit. So yeah, I don't know. Be interested to see.
Then again, like Mega said, if Microsoft did release a handheld Xbox, I'd pick that up day one.
I mean, it's
just
like
with proper controllers on the side, like
like a proper handheld device. Yeah, like a proper one.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah,
like a good size screen.
It'd still be
good
awesome.
Battery life.
Yeah, you've already got the controller if you want to use the controller.
You got your whole library of games you can tap into. Continue on from where you've been playing on your Xbox.
How many Xboxes are in your household, Mega?
I've only got the one Xbox One, and
you got 2 Switches.
I've got 2 Switches.
Nintendo fanboy.
Oh man, I'm an old fanboy, Nintendo fanboy from the years.
Back who's not?
I know. Well, what game made me buy? I think Alien. There was an Alien game. Alien Extinction. No, on the Xbox. That was the only reason I bought an Xbox at the very beginning back in the day. It was not because of Halo, actually.
The first Xbox?
The reason I bought my first Xbox was because of a game called Alien Extinction. It was like a top-down strategy game. And I was like, I don't know, I would have been early 20s myself or whatever. But yeah, I had the GameCube or the N64, whatever. N64 was one of my favourite console of all time. But
yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and I just went, an Xbox. So I went to pick up an Xbox because of that game. And I didn't realise it was actually on PlayStation as well. I thought it was an Xbox exclusive. But I just picked up, and that pretty much from day one after that, been Xbox all the way. But I have bought every Nintendo console along the way.
Even the Wii U?
Even the Wii U, yeah, the Wii U. Still got the Wii U and the 2 Switches. I still got my first Xbox, which was being modified. I've got the 360 still next to my Xbox One, and I've got the X as well. So
the Wii U is the only Nintendo console, home console, not handheld, that I haven't bought.
Oh, yeah. That was
Nintendo.
Good. I thought the Wii U was really good.
Yeah, I never ended up buying it. But I remember I had the GameCube pre-ordered.
Yep.
And when I saw Halo for the first time, that was it.
Wow.
Switched over to the Xbox. And I ended up getting a GameCube, like down the track.
Yeah.
Like a couple of years later or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But Xbox and Halo just took over.
Yeah, so that's it, man. That's when games used to sell console. I mean, that
was
sort of weird now, isn't it?
Level, Halo. The first Halo.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I picked up Halo about a year after I bought the Xbox. And I fell in love with it. It was hard. I tried playing it on Legendary. It was crazy hard. Anyway, I beat it. I beat it on easy, I think, or medium or whatever, normal at the time. And then Halo 2 came out. That was rock solid. 3 was good.
Halo 3 was just good.
Yeah. Oh, Halo 3. I mean, I think I played... Halo 3 stopped me playing anything for like 3 years. I just played multiplayer. After I beat the campaign, I just played multiplayer over and over again for many, many years.
So good.
And then, I think then Black Ops 1 came out or something, and I decided to play a little bit of that. Halo's my number one. I just love it. I think it's my favourite franchise of all time. And, thanks, Xbox.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, it's still here. Riding that Xbox cock to stay. Only joking. That's whatever. I've been looking at too much Twitter, obviously, so... But anyway, we did something different there tonight. We added PlayStation Top 10 into the Xbox Centric podcast, but I just thought it was interesting to see the two different
what about the PC?
Platforms. PC, get out of here.
Master Race, man. Master Race.
PC. It's funny, PC is really going to cop. I think next gen, if the specs they're talking on these next consoles, man, like PC is going to be just... To me, like, the power differences, like the consoles are catching up, to an affordable. They're already there with the X, really, but like next gen, like PC is just really going to be crushed, I think, because there's a lot more console gamers than PC gamers, from what I understand. I don't know if that's right or not, but I think the numbers are far more.
There's a lot of PCs.
There is a lot of PCs, but I think the numbers are a lot lower, man.
It's just that. Because the console generation is at least 5 years. So you look at how much hardware just, like, it just updates so quickly. over that time. So look at the Xbox 360 and the PS3 when that came out. They were powerhouses. By the end of the generation, which went for too long, really, PCs were just so above them.
Yeah, but now that's getting closer. Like it's already there.
Even the Xbox One X
the
now.
One X is a the equivalent PC when that launched would have cost you $1,500 or whatever.
Oh, it's a lot, yeah.
What's up, Xbox 448 in the chat? What's going on, man? Just dropping in. Oh, we've got Black Rider in there too. I should have shouted him out earlier.
Yeah, you got to say hello to the chat. Thanks for dropping by.
Sorry, Max, I was cut you off.
I'm actually not. I can't see the chat at the moment, so I'm not ignoring anyone in the chat. I just can't see it, so I don't know who's there.
Yeah, we've got Cyber, Xbox 448, Black Rider, and Sunshoe. And then we had Aussie Gamer earlier. So we've got a few of the legends in here.
Tweet it out, people. If whoever's in there, give it a little tweet out. Try and
we're about to wrap it up anyway, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we are.
Tweet it out anyway.
Tweet it out so they can pop in.
We've got two sticks in the screen too. So.
Yeah,
double the stick.
I think Xbot 448. He'd like my avatar. It's a Halo avatar.
It's a Halo avatar. It is.
Yeah. Halo 3 actually.
You've had that for ages.
Yeah.
That's actually in game. That was me playing a multiplayer game. I think I've told people this before.
That looks 720p.
Oh, it looks 4K on my screen. it looks 8K.
Is that sand coming out the back? Is that like a desert mat or something?
Yeah, that was on that sand trap. It was on the map sand trap. I was playing multiplayer and there was a
Mega in there. Look at him.
Yeah, look at me. Yeah. I'm in there.
Zoom in.
Yeah. Zoom in. He's giving you the finger when you zoom in.
Yeah.
I think I landed funny. We all died. So it's a nosedive. No, but that was on a sand trap. That was. I remember that match actually because I remember going back in and having a look at You go back into the theater mode and pause it and look at some good little footage, and that was in theater mode. So
Simon said it's 8K.
It's 8K.
Hey, if you're not playing in 8K, just don't play video games.
Yeah, it'll make you such a better gamer too.
Yeah,
I can't believe we're talking about the gaming world's talking about 8K. It just does my head in. Like it feels like not so long ago we were talking about the specs of the X and the the Pro, and that's all everyone's talking about for fucking 12 months.
Give me 60 frames a second in every game. Then we can talk about.
Well, most games are 60 frames, like
only the shooters.
Yeah, I suppose in the races.
No open world games.
Open world games don't
that
do
I can think of off the top of my head.
Well, I don't think they need to do it that much in open world games. It's not like I don't know.
Yeah, but you always get those dips in frame rate at certain points. Whereas when it's give me a lock 60.
60 is good. I mean,
every game.
Damn. That's I don't know.
But you always get those. But that's what they're talking about. Hang on. Yeah. Aren't they talking about that for the new consoles? Everything's going to be 4K 60.
I hope so.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that.
I mean, that's not really a. Do you find that's a bit of that's like a next gen jump? I don't think that is. Like every game just hitting 4K 60. I thought that's what we were going to get this gen, of this refresh.
I mean, if you could take a game like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and make that 60 frames, that would impress me.
Well, I mean, next gen, are they going to have exclusives? Because if they don't have exclusive games next gen, like day one, like they had Rise for Xbox One and whatever on PlayStation,
man, they need to make a Rise 2.
Is it even a next gen console, or is it just another refresh? Or people have said they're going to have two versions of the same game. You'll have like the next gen version and the previous gen version. But I want next gen games. I want fucking Halo Infinity only on the next console. I know they'll never do it, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
But you know what I mean. I want a reason to buy the next console. It's like if you want to play this game, you've got to buy this console. It's not going to be.
I think, for me, if we're talking like the next, because PS5 was spoken about during the week, The Last of Us 2 and Ghosts of Tsushima or whatever it's called, that will release on the PS5 within a year of it coming out on PS4. I think.
Re-release?
Yeah, maybe with the DLC with it as well. like it might be released at the same time across generations, depending on when the PS5 comes out. But I think it will release within the next, like, a year after, if you know what I mean.
Like a remaster, sort of thing.
Yeah, like a remaster within a year.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of
like the enhanced, like excess.
It's not a launch title of the PS5, but it's within that first year where, you know, new games are they don't come out that often. It's kind of slow in that period. And Sony's done that with the PS4 as well, with their remasters of Uncharted and The Last of Us. If they can get those out within the first year, so the game's still relatively new, that'll be a big deal. And that when we talk about the next Xbox as well, if that releases across, say, Xbox One X and the Xbox 2, if you want to call it, like if Halo Infinite is going to be on both of those, or Gears 5 is going to be on both of those, but what would you play it on? If there was Gears 5 and Halo Infinite on both the Xbox One X and the next Xbox,
well, I'd probably get a PS5, man. Like, I'd probably just get a PS5 because I don't have a PlayStation. So I've got the X, and if there's a bit of an upgrade in graphics and stuff to get it on the next console, I may as well. That's the thing. I may as well.
So you'll have a bunch of people that go, "Oh, well, I've already got what I've got. I'll just play it on that." Yeah. And then you'll have a whole bunch of other people that go, "No, I want the best."
I mean, I want the best. Well, it's pretty fucking good on the X.
Yeah, the hardcore.
Yeah, the hardcore will go to the next one, and you know, a lot of other people will just go, "Well, I'll just have what I have."
Like the 360. Still people playing the 360.
Yeah, so it's the same game across generations now. It doesn't matter where you're playing it. It's the same game.
And then they're going to have, like, you know, Xbox 2 enhanced, like they got the X enhanced.
Of course, if you were to have the Xbox 2, like we're just calling it the Xbox 2, if you were to have the Xbox 2 and then there's a PS5, you would want the extra, you know, graphical detail or whatever it is for you to buy the extra hardware. You know what I mean? So you're still getting something extra.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like it's crossing generations now, these games, which goes back to what you were saying, Stick. Is it a new generation?
Yeah, is it truly a new generation? Like last gen, you had, you know,
bigger
jumps in power, but yeah, you had to play Rise, and there was a PlayStation game as well. What was it? I can't remember what it was.
The Order?
Yeah, is it The Order? Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably not a good example from what I've had. But
that was the first thing that popped into my head.
Rise was like a good game, but they did that whole thing with the fucking Kinect and shit. Well, they were trying to tailor it towards Kinect. But yeah, you know, like Xbox 360 had launch games that the original Xbox didn't have. But there was bigger jumps in power back then. But yeah, I don't know.
I think generations are gone now. I think everything's just refreshes. It's kind of like phones, you know. There's always multiple SKUs. Every couple of years there's an update, and everything will just play on everything. It'll just be slight upgrades. I think it's just how. I thought I heard somebody talk about that the other day. Some dev or someone at Microsoft said, they don't believe in. It might be Mikey Barrow actually.
Yeah, because it's good for them, but Mega. It's good for them because they don't have to hit the reset button. On, you know what I mean? So they can just bring out a product, and if you buy it, you don't. You buy it, you don't. Like, you know, it's more about them than us, because like that's what I reckon.
Well, it's all about keeping the same people in that ecosystem. So
exactly. So
you know, they want to keep.
They're not isolating anyone. Yeah. They're not cutting anyone off.
Yeah.
You know,
and Sony are doing the same thing. They want to keep the 100 million people that they've got. You know, go to the next one.
I reckon Sony might have exclusives, man. Like I reckon they might have PS5 exclusives you can't play on PS4, like maybe one or two. I just got this feeling they're going to do it, man, because they're more traditional. They sort of do things more traditionally. Like, I don't know.
Did they do that with the PS4 to the PS3 to the PS4?
They had a couple of games, like
because there was a lot of cross-gen games, but did they? Was there anything that? I mean, later in the gen it became apparent, but
yeah, I think Order 86. I don't know. Max said one game there, but. Might have been a couple. The third-party developers don't do it because, you know, why would they? They've got no install base there. But
Yeah.
Not until later in the generation. Like, there's got to be like Red Dead Redemption 2. Is that playable on? That's not playable on 360 or anything.
I don't think it is. No.
There's a few games
later on in the gen. Yeah, like I even think Black Ops 4. I don't think that was even available on the earlier 360.
Yeah,
no, I don't think so.
PS3.
So I think at the beginning of those first 2 or 3 years,
the first 2 or 3,
there was no real console exclusives.
That's the hard bit.
Yeah, that's the hard bit. That's when you got the like Microsoft or Sony maybe doing a couple of games to sell their console, but they don't care anymore because they don't care where you play. You can play on the old one, play on the new one. They don't seem to give a shit anymore.
Oh, Microsoft definitely. That's what they want.
Yeah.
As in, in terms of console sales, PlayStation outdoes the Xbox. So the best way for Microsoft to get back at them is change the game. Microsoft don't care if you play it on the PC.
Yeah, that's right.
Or the Xbox. Just play it.
Yeah,
just play the game. Look at Game Pass. It's $10 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just play the game and we're happy.
The only reason I care is because you got those games that push the next, like those showcase games that push the next console, and it was like, wow, look at this,
Yeah.
You're not going to get that anymore, but you're going to get really good looking games still, I suppose. So
it
probably doesn't really matter. I don't know. I hear a lot of OG gamers carry on about digital and xCloud and how everything's changing, but I never hear them talking about that, and that's to me is one of the biggest changes. That you don't get that wow game, that showcase game anymore. You're not going to probably get that anymore,
Yeah.
Which I just want that. I want something like Forza 8, and it's just unplayable on the X1, even on the X1X, because it's just too demanding and
that goes back to what we said before, as in, if it was available on both systems, would you upgrade? You would.
We would.
I would. But with the average consumer, they probably wouldn't.
Yeah, okay. I get
they just keep the same. It usually takes 2-3 years before the average kind of gamer upgrades to the new gen. It's when the price drops happen. They don't buy new consoles for $600 Australian.
No.
They don't do that. They buy it when it gets to $300 or below $400.
Same token, the games are what sell consoles as well. People. For that reason, the Xbox One X and the PlayStation Pro are probably going to be selling well into 2022, 23, 24.
In terms of this gen with the PS5, who knows when that's going to come out, really. Sony could, basically extend this generation as long as they want.
Oh, I don't reckon it's coming out to early 21, late 2020.
At the very minimum, I reckon it's late 2020.
Yeah.
Why would they want this generation to end? They've crushed it.
Yeah, and they're bringing out that new super slim PS4.
Yeah, and they're doing that. They want this to happen. It's their game. Microsoft, on the other hand, that they want the next generation. They want this, they don't want generations anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's playable across everything. Because that's what they do.
They need games now.
They've always been in the PC world. They know that world. That's what they do. They've always been in the Windows world. Bring that over to the console. So it doesn't matter. They're getting your money either way.
Yeah, so that's why this whole game studio thing makes sense, because they're buying studios to make games to sell everywhere.
That's what they need to do as well. When people say they've got no games,
but not to sell consoles,
we need to have studios to make those games.
Yeah.
So, and that takes time.
And you know what? You could possibly play with that xCloud. If you've got the S, you could possibly play some of these really demanding games on your S by using xCloud. Do you know what I mean? If I know the xCloud, they're only putting S's in the cloud. They're not. But imagine they started filling it out with the next gen console, in the cloud, similar to what Google are doing. Then you could still have the S, still play all the games that you got, and stream the next gen games or the next 4K, whatever the fuck they want to do via the cloud, whatever they think they can do on your Xbox as well,
But then it'll always come back to Microsoft is a business with shareholders. What do they need to do that will give them the greatest benefit at the cheapest price? And that's the Xbox One X. Oh, sorry, the S. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they take their greatest, most powerful console and put that in all their data centers, that's too expensive. They're not going to do that.
But in 3 or 4 years,
that'll satisfy
3, 4, 5 years.
But that's what will happen. It'll satisfy the hardcore gamers, but we're only a certain amount. We're not enough for them to do that. So they'll go to step down. What's Joe Blow consumer? What are they going to buy?
Yeah.
Then they'll take that. Then they'll put that in, and then as the years go by, they'll upgrade it to the more powerful hardware.
Maybe have
but it will never be cutting edge because they're not going to do that.
You'd have to pay more or something for that.
Yeah, they're just not going to do that.
It'd be like 2 tiers, like the basic S, and then you've got the X.
Because
same with the console.
They'll also think like we thought when we said it before. We're the hardcore. We'll buy the hardware and we'll put it in our homes. And we'll play the games like that. And they know that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, they know we'll do that. So they won't bother.
Yeah.
Because your average kind of gamer doesn't care if it's 4K.
No.
They got no idea.
Not at all.
As long as it looks good, they're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's only us that thinks, I want the 4K TV, I want the 4K
that's right.
console, I want this, I want that. That's it. But we're a very small minority.
Mm.
Oh, we're only a small
true.
Percentage, only a small percentage.
Yeah. Like, how many people have OLED TVs?
Yeah, not many at all.
Mega?
Well, you just look at LG TVs or Samsung TVs. They've got a couple of big flagship models that they know won't sell, but their money makers are the ones that are sort of the medium to the lower range. That's exactly what Microsoft are doing with their basic, the S and the other ones that are coming in, the other small ones that are coming in, the weaker ones. They're going to have the hard, the hardcore TV buyer will come in and buy an 8K TV in the first week.
Yeah,
but LG doesn't sell TVs that are $4,000 only.
No, they haven't got the one.
Well, you can get
they
one
can't.
TV.
No.
Yeah, they can't do that, and most people don't care. Most people, even today, don't care. They'll choose 1080p streaming over 4K Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of the quality. Once the quality gets to a certain level where it's acceptable, that's it.
Shansu just said in the chat, imagine streaming games in Australia. It should be an adventure.
Hey, I could do that. It'd be a fantastic.
But yeah, I've got pretty good internet in my
Mega
house
wouldn't be able to.
You're getting 5G. They're rolling out 5G.
Mobile's okay.
Yeah.
60 gig Halo Infinite over mobile data. Oh. That's going to cost you.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true. Mobile data. I mean, I've got a work phone, but, oh, man, imagine that phone call off the boss.
I was playing Halo.
Yeah, and they can actually see what you were doing during work hours.
They can watch your game as you're playing it.
Mixer and then watching your
mixer. And he rings you up and goes, "What are you doing playing Fortnite?"
Why didn't you invite me?
That's it. I've
duos, baby.
Duos.
Duos.
At work, man. I've heard a little underground at my work. People playing Xbox gamers, but on the Xbox too. And I'm like, oh yeah, and they're like, yeah, we played this game and that game. I'm like, oh fuck, there you go. I never would have thought you guys played, the dudes that they are. But I said,
it's always good to know.
We're not that good, And I said, yeah, but I'm not going to play with him because I don't want people at work knowing when I'm online and when I'm offline and that sort of shit.
Seeing your videos and your podcasts.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. The channel.
It's crossing too many worlds, man. You don't want that world creeping into this
cross stream.
Cross stream, cross play. Yeah, turn it off.
You don't cross the worlds.
I'm not crossing
Seinfeld, Mega.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, man.
Independent George.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of friends. You don't want those bunch of friends mixing with this bunch of friends. They're your friends. Like they're yours.
Right. Yeah, it's always awkward too when that happens too because I got my old mates that I played Xbox on since day dot, and they're a bunch of dickheads. And and then I get like Mega comes in the room or something like Bella Rise, she comes in and they start just asking her like if she's hot and shit. And I'm like, please, come on, this is.
You got to get some new friends.
I got to start appearing offline a bit more, like when I'm in touch. They're dickheads. But
normally, Stick gives me the rundown afterwards. Don't you about that? Look, he's a bit of a dickhead, really. Like, you don't really want to play with him. We sort of don't like him that much.
Yeah, we just tolerate him. So, yeah.
But then I look online and you play with him again.
Yeah, I'll play with him. It's funny. We all hang shit on each other. We've known each other for like 14 years.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, they give it to you, don't they? They like to give it to you a bit.
Yeah, I give it back to them. They think they fire me up, but I don't know.
You don't bite.
I have the last laugh.
Yeah, I noticed you don't bite. Yeah, you just come first on the. You just beat them when it comes to the leaderboards.
Yeah, I try to.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we probably should wrap it up as America wakes up and Australia goes to sleep. But yeah, thanks everyone in the chat for joining us. It was good to be back. I'm probably not going to do like a regular show, but we'll try to get on before E3 or something like that once a month, or I don't know. We haven't really spoken about it, but I
was keen to do every couple of days, man.
Oh, really? We'll see how we go. Anyway,
7 days in a row.
We said we're going to do an hour show and be gone for fucking
2.
An hour and a half.
Just a bit under 2. Yeah.
Just under 2, is it? Yeah. Okay.
An hour and 45.
Next week. Well, yeah. But, anyway, yeah. Thanks anyway for everyone joining us. Chucky, Shansu, Black Rider. Hopefully I don't miss anyone. I think that's about it.
Aussie Gamers popped in.
Yeah, he was there and went to bed. I think he gets up early. And Xbox 448 dropped in there, but I don't know where he disappeared. I think, he had to go, but whatever.
He was lost.
Yeah, he's like, he accidentally joined.
He accidentally clicked the button, yeah. It's like, Dougie, why am I subscribed to this? What? I'll just click on it. Hang on, have a look.
They're still around.
He's a good guy. Actually, I'll be on. I'll be on a podcast too. I'll be on Is it TRX? Yeah, TRX. TXR. I always fuck that up.
Jeez, Stick.
I don't know why I do that. What's TRX?
So unprofessional.
Is it like a motorbike or something?
A Nissan TRX.
Nissan TRX. Yeah, I was something in my head. So I'll be on that show. Invader invited me on. I don't know if he. Releasing megatons daily there, Black. But fucking, I don't know if he knows what he's got himself in for. So,
was that Invader? Was that Invader?
Invader invited me, and he hosts the show now. And yeah, I'm like, wow, because they know their shit on that show. So
is Inferno still on there?
Fuck up.
Is Mike still on it? Mike's still on there? Inferno?
I have been watching it. Tim's on there. There's Downer. There's what's his? Oh fuck! I was going to say Megaton.
Megatron.
Megatron.
Not Mega Bad.
I played games with him before years ago. I used to play. It was 1 week I was off work or whatever, and so it should be good. Be on that show.
Get on there, man. Doug represent.
I was good to warm up actually with this show before I got on there. So
you have to use a cameraman and put like a Dougie cap on while you.
I might have to go with the cam on. I'm in a new house now, so I could probably
put a cam on.
Yeah, I'll put the cam on, mate. Face reveal.
Text Dougie like on your forehead and just pretend you don't know it's there.
Yeah, I could wear my hat that I got off Aussie Games Express.
Yeah, wear that and plug in.
Wear that hat because I've never had an opportunity to wear it before. So no offense, Aussie. But no, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You don't wear it. Oh, man, you're slack. I'll wear
Do you wear it? I'm
at the gym, on the ride on mower.
I should wear it more often.
On a stream.
I've still got a hat from back in the day when we were in a clan with fucking Ghost Recon, and I got a hat, and this dude in the team just got us all hats, and like embroidered our gamer tags in the back. Well, I don't think he did it personally. He got them made. Oh, yeah. And I've still got that. What the fuck? It was our clan.
WTF?
Yeah, it was a pretty cool hat because WTF question mark back in the day, like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
it was cool. That was cool back then.
Hey, I dare you to wear a Fortnite cap. We're a Fortnite. I heart Fortnite.
I could borrow
He's
his
wearing
son's
one now.
Fortnite. I could wear his t-shirt too. Like he's only 6. The arms would be right.
Wear it
up.
like a bandana around your head. Yeah.
I just tell him I'm like this Fortnite gun. And yeah,
No
man,
shirt.
got about 300 fucking wins solo and.
Yeah, put
Do
your
that.
stats on the screen. Have it in the corner. So
Put your
stats.
I'll have to put your cousin's stats on, man, not mine.
Oh,
sure.
my nephew. Yeah,
Your nephew.
I know you. Fortnite for life. Yeah.
But no, I'm looking forward to that, man. Tim Dog, he's a
that'd be
good
good
guy. And Southbound, that was the one I missed out on. Southie.
Oh, Southie.
Which is a mate of yours, Mega. Sometimes
me
I
and
think
Southie
people
go
get
back a
me
bit.
and you confused, Mega, like, because, yeah, I think they meant to ask you when they accidentally asked me. But,
Nah, man.
well, I know Mooch does it all the time.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, because he's like, you're welcome back on the show anytime, Stick. I've never been on your fucking show. And you have, and so has Max.
Me and Max have been on it.
I think we all sound the same, man. Like, he thinks I'm Max or Mega, or, I don't know.
Anyone from down under would do.
Yeah, just any Australian, just fucking. As long as he drinks beer.
Token Aussie.
That Aussie flavour. Yeah.
Yeah, we need that token Aussie on
bogan.
there. Oh, too funny.
Good stuff.
It's good stuff. Anyway, so yeah, thanks again, and yeah, we'll be back someday, maybe in 2020. No, I reckon we do something around E3. So yeah, I don't know, pre E3, after E3, or something like that, which is not far away. So
yeah, well, you're off, next few weeks.
I'm off. I'm away
So,
for a few weeks. Yeah, so
bit of a break again.
That's it. Easy life, man.
Everyone's used to that with this show. A break.
The Doug Daily, Black
Doug
Daily, the Doug Daily podcast.
Yeah,
a daily podcast for just a half an hour, like an Xbox, like a quick fire.
we could just go through Twitter and just like
It would never
scroll
work.
through Twitter.
What have you been playing? That'll take up half an hour.
Well, nothing.
Well,
I've been doing this
next
stupid
We never
podcast.
got through the Stick. Yeah, Stick, you can open the show.
What have you been playing?
Yeah. What have I been playing?
I don't think we asked him, did we?
I've been playing. Quickly, I was playing. I've been playing things.
Single player games.
Playing
You've been playing
myself,
single.
no.
Ace Combat?
I've been playing Ace
Ace
Combat.
Combat.
I was just going to say that. So Ace Combat. Look, man, I'm the worst fucking slackest gamer ever. Like I'm playing it on hard. I'm up to mission 14 or something like that. But I should have finished that game. Like I see people on fucking Twitter like, yeah, I've completed fucking this game. This came out yesterday. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if people get
playing
the
on
time.
hard.
Man.
There's some
Preview
DLC
codes.
coming out for that too. So I should have bought the fucking, limited edition, whatever it is, the season pass. But I think there's some DLC because they tweeted something out today or yesterday saying, stay tuned or something. But that's an awesome game, Ace Combat 7. If you're into fighters, it looks awesome. Like the feeling of speed and stuff. Like, that's 60 frames.
A review on it, Stick. Have you done a review on it?
Nah. I've been streaming it a couple of times.
Smash it.
Smash
But
it,
yeah,
man. Just tell us what you like about it. Though.
Yeah. But
Or maybe
Yeah,
just tell
good.
us 1 minute what you like about it, and then the next 9 minutes.
Yeah, how you hate it, how it's the
Don't
worst
get the
thing ever,
views,
how
man.
it
That's
sucks.
Well, the PvP sucks.
But you're still putting 500 hours.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
shit.
it.
You should,
But
man,
yeah,
you should
I
do a
played
little
that.
review.
And
man.
Division 2, I played that. I'm playing that in solo, so
Oh, yeah.
So was I.
yeah, I've been doing that. A bit of
Should jump in
Splinter
together.
Cell.
Fellas.
Yeah, I know, but then like he'll just rank me up. Like I've been grinding my ass off trying to win. I'm like I'm up. I think I'm like level 20, and
Oh, yeah.
and like I'll just join someone else, and then I'll be just like level 30 in 2 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what have I been doing that for the last 3 weeks? No, I just want to get to level 30 by myself now. Like, and it's fucking hard too because doing it on solo, because you get overwhelmed. So you got to have the right.
Well, they've
shit.
still got the areas. If you go to an area too early before you're ranked up too much, like enough,
Yeah, I know.
you get killed like instantly.
Max sort
You
of
don't
taught
last.
me, to do the strongholds and rank
Yeah,
up
but
that way.
the matchmaking in the Division 2 isn't that great.
No,
in
it
terms
isn't.
of-
It could be so much better. Why they make it so complicated?
Even at launch, it wasn't that great. As in, you could be waiting so long to have any help. like for anything, and it's still that way now. So
you know, like COD or whatever it was, where you could see how many people are online and shit. What more games don't do that? Where you can
it's a lot harder solo.
Yeah, it is hard solo.
Yeah,
I'm getting killed. I'm like, fuck. Now I've got to walk all the way there. It only takes 3 minutes, like 2 minutes.
It sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks, man.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst things. Backtracking.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, it's just that.
But probably those are the main two, man, that I've been sort of. I played a bit of Batman, Arkham Knight. I'm just trying to
really.
Yeah, I've been just like doing one level. I've been trying to get my game score up because it's so low. Because I've just been playing I played some games for like 5 years, with no single player whatsoever, just multiplayer. And I'm just trying to do one level of a single player game every night.
Oh yeah.
So whether it's fucking whatever, that's what I've been doing. I've been appearing offline for like 3 weeks, and
just to get them done. Yeah.
I just haven't been feeling multiplayer lately. I don't know. I just haven't feel like playing anything. Like with anyone.
Just want to relax.
Yeah, just go through those little stages. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, I do the same.
For sure.
I do the same as well, man.
Yeah,
I don't appear offline though, but yeah, I go through.
I'll appear offline.
I'm not rude like that, but
I don't go to extremes.
I don't want to be a prick, but
well, I get invites.
Yeah. I don't. See, I'm not that popular. So. I'm not that popular when I get asked to podcasts.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, I got Phil fucking just like inviting me all the time.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Mike Ybarra won't leave me alone. He DMs me. So
yeah. Yoshida tried, but I said no, man.
I said no, man.
Yoshida loves his Xbox, doesn't he? He's on it all the time. I reckon he's on Xbox more than PlayStation. But he's always online. So
I always see him on there
playing Halo.
Halo,
Gears and Forza. He's a Forza kid.
I wish these games were on PlayStation.
Yeah, I fucking hope they do.
This is how you do a racing game.
Too easy.
Oh shit.
Oh well, there was a bit of an after show going on there. That was all right. The show officially ended like half an hour ago.
After show that was live.
My after show.
I don't mind. I don't think Cyber and Black Rider minded, or Sean Sue as well.
People are going to go.
We're at 5. As well.
I know. That's all we need, man. I don't.
Did we have more than 5 at the beginning? 6 maybe.
I didn't have a. Do you like my clickbait title? Can you see it?
No.
The Down Under Gaming Podcast, episode 46.
Should be the
why everything in
gaming
gaming sucks.
Yeah, now we're going to put something like that.
Where everything is just trash.
Everything is trash. Yeah.
I'm going to put why Days Gone.
He's trash.
Yeah, he's trash. I was trying to think of something a bit more creative than that. That's all you need. Days Gone.
And how it was murdered.
It was crushed before it was even released.
Yeah.
Game's gone.
I know I get all the comments.
We're only joking. We're only joking. Anyone who watches this later on, we're only joking.
No one's made it this far, Mega. No. Come on.
And now it's time for our giveaway.
Yeah, time for our giveaway.
Days Gone.
That's it. I love those giveaways so that those people go like, watch my video.
3 months of Game Pass.
Giveaway.
Yeah.
It's $1.
$1, yeah.
Do you do that, but when someone has a giveaway and they go, you got to watch my video, and at the end I'm going to talk about a giveaway, I'll just go fast forward right to the end.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yeah. It's like, anyway, now for my giveaway. Thanks, man.
I reckon we should have given away our first episode back, a $1 Game Pass for 3 months.
Well, we can't swing that.
I did do a giveaway. Remember that giveaway I did and Cyber won it? And we got fuck all subs or anything out of it. So I thought I'm not doing another one. Because this channel's nearly hit 4 million views. In fact, it's probably hit 4 million during this show because I was on like 5,000 off. Yeah, so I was going to do like a giveaway, just to give something back to the community. But fuck that. I'm not doing it. It's not massive money, but like it's a trickle of money over the last 3 years or whatever it is. But I was going to do. Someone said
still on the air.
It's still on the air. But yeah, I'm glad Cyber won that all these years ago. But we got nothing out of it. Remember, we did the giveaway and like retweet this, and that's why Cyber won, because I think he was the only dude that fucking retweeted it. So
but really, he deserves it though.
He did. He was Patreon back in those days, and I hope he's not still a Patreon anyone.
Even now, he's a.
Because I think I don't check it anymore.
He supports it so much.
Yeah. Give away an 8K TV, Chucky says.
Yeah. No, even with my channel, my YouTube channel, he supports it a lot.
Yeah,
he's always there.
Yeah, there's Sonshu.
So he really supports a lot of people.
Yeah. And not trying to self-promote or trying to get his own, like doing it so you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of thing going on. It's just pure...
he just likes
it. So go follow him as well.
He just enjoys it.
Yeah, follows Siberia.
Yep.
Same with Shonsu and Chucky.
Exactly.
Black Rider. Yeah. All good guys, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there is some good guys. Like, I've been on Twitter now for... Fuck. I'll have a look. When was it created? It tells you, doesn't it, on your profile?
3 years, like a week ago.
A week ago.
Oh, yeah.
June 2013, yeah. And there's people on here now that I just fuck around with on here, and they're sort of like, not part of your life, but, like they are in a way, because every day you sort of interact with them or whatever. It's sort of weird. I never thought that when I joined Twitter that I'd be on it so much. Like, my fucking iPhone records how long I'm on there. It's got this thing, pops up once a week.
How long?
Oh man,
yeah, screen time.
I'll fucking see if I can find it. It's really bad. Yeah, hopefully my boss can't see it, because it's a work phone. I can't find it. It's somewhere in here. But it's like 6 hours a week or some shit, maybe even longer.
Yeah.
A day? 6 hours a day?
Yeah, maybe it's a day.
That's 5.5 hours of negativity. 20 minutes of ads.
Coming from me.
Yeah.
And I block nearly every fuckwit on there too, so it's not like I'm even interacting with them anymore.
It's 15 minutes.
15 minutes of blocking.
Yeah.
I spend the first 15 minutes blocking people, yeah. Too funny. All right, well, I suppose, there's always the thing where you got to press the button, end broadcast, so I think we've come to that time.
Yeah, we're officially 2 hours now. Yeah.
All right, 2 hours.
First show.
That was about half an hour ago.
I think you're supposed to finish just before 2 hours, or you don't get suggested or some shit.
The algorithm.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, have a good week, and I've got no little catchphrase at the end, so see you next time.
Yeah,
catch us on Twitter.
Thanks guys.
See you on Xbox.
See you guys.
See ya.
Pants
Happy
up.
Easter.